What is up, teacups? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot second. Your girl has been busy doing her thing. For those of you who follow me on Instagram know that I just had my first pop-up for my baby Soda², which is my Filipino soul food. And it was awesome. It was freaking awesome. Thank you, all the teacups that pulled up, like so much love. I felt all the energy and it was just such a great time. I cannot wait to have another one. I'm thinking about doing one on the East Coast in New York. For those of my New Yorkers that want to pull up, that's teacup gang, let me know. I'm trying to plan that out soon. But enough of that. Today we are going to be making my sweet potato pound cake because the holidays are right around the corner. And this is the perfect treat, like, to pull up with. You guys don't have to pull up with the pie this year. Pull up with the sweet potato pound cake. Trust me, it's fire. Like, it's everything. It's still warm. It got the spice. The texture is insane. We got this rum glaze that's gonna go on top of it. And it's delicious. Okay, the recipe for it's gonna be down below. But before we get into it, make sure you guys tap in with me, subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up. All right, let's do the dang thing. All right, y'all, so to start this, we are going to need to roast our sweet potatoes. I have already cleaned them, give them a good rinse and a scrub, and then you're just gonna take a fork and prick some holes all around. We're pretty much venting the potato because if not, they can explode. Okay, so now we're going to place them onto a sheet tray. I know that they are not really around the same size. So now I'm going to take some olive oil and rub the potatoes, make sure they're nice and coated with some oil. You pretty much want to get around 2 cups of sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna salt the outside of the potato. Make sure you're salting it pretty heavily. So now I'm going to roast these in the oven at 350 degrees for about 2 hours or until they are cooked all the way through, tender. They're different sizes, so they're gonna take different times to cook, but I'll check these smaller ones in about 45 minutes to an hour. There's nothing like the smell of fresh roasted potatoes. All right, we're about to peel these. So you want to make sure you cool the potatoes before you peel them. They've been resting for maybe like 15 minutes and then it should peel. The peel should just slide right off like this. That's how you know it's fully cooked and roasted on the inside. So yeah, just peel these up like this. Like that, and then whatever excess, you could squeeze it out like this. So yeah, you really want to just make sure you roast enough sweet potatoes to make about 2 cups. And if you have a little extra, no sweat, you could always use it for something else. You can also freeze it. But yeah, I'm just gonna continue to get all the sweet potato out of this and we will whip these sweet potatoes right up. You're gonna get the sweet potatoes inside the stand mixer. And then we are going to whip them on high. And then I'm going to transfer my sweet potato into this bowl again because I'm gonna be mixing my batter in here. So let's talk dry ingredients. So I got some cake flour that I'm just gonna pass through here to kind of sift everything. In this ramekin, we got some baking soda, baking powder, some salt, a little tiny pinch of clove. I got some allspice, and I have some of this amazing Saigon cinnamon, and it's just so freaking bomb. So I'm gonna pop that in here as well. And then I have this calabash nutmeg that I got from my homegirl Zoe. She sent it over with her cookbook, and this nutmeg has changed my life. So yeah, it looks different than the other nutmeg that we're used to, but it's really, really cool. And The flavor is bomb, so I'm just gonna grate some nutmeg into this bowl here. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and start to cream my cream cheese and my butter. I am gonna be making the cake in here, so I didn't really care to rinse it out. If you guys feel like you must, go ahead. We're just gonna cream that up. The key to this right here is whipping this until it's fluffy, which I did, and it's looking great. I have some eggs at room temperature as well, one at a time while we get it going. All right, so we got our eggs going down. You can turn up the speed for this moment. Make sure it gets all whipped up in there. Always, always, always scrape the sides. So scrapey, scrapey, mixy, mixy. Next, we're going to add in our sugars, which is also considered a wet ingredient. I'm using 2 kinds of sugars today because I'm really sweet. I'm gonna be adding in some brown sugar, packed as always. In goes the vanilla for the feels. Then I'm gonna be adding in my sweet potato to this. Now we got this beautiful color going on. Next, we got the flour, the dry mix, and our spices. So we're gonna bake this at 350 for about an hour, and we'll check it in an hour. All right, y'all, so we're gonna get into the rum glaze while the cake is baking. Super simple. We're gonna take some confectioner's sugar, AKA powdered sugar. I'm gonna break this up. I'm just gonna add some cream. Continue to mix the sugar around. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit of rum into the glaze as well. For the rum today, I'm gonna be using Kasama rum. It's Filipino owned, small batch, aged 7 years, women owned as well, and it's actually really, really, really good. So I'm gonna add just 3 to 4 tablespoons. So I'm also gonna be adding a tiny splash of vanilla, tiny pinch of salt, just to spruce it up. I'm gonna add just a dash more of the cinnamon, literally a dash, and then mix that up. A little bit more rum, never hurt nobody, right? Or maybe it did. Or maybe it did, but I think it's gonna be great. How do I feel? You wanna make sure it's flowy. So as long as it streams and it's flowy like that, that means you'll be able to glaze the cake nicely. There you have it. Super simple, super easy. Cake is still baking, and BRB. All right, lovies, so the pound cake has been baking for about an hour and 20 minutes. You wanna make sure a toothpick comes out clean. I'm gonna let this cool for about 10 to 20 minutes before I glaze it. I wanna make sure the glaze sticks instead of slipping and oozing right off. She cool, she thick, she jiggly. Love that. All right, so my cake is cool. She's been chilling. It's great. We got the glaze over her. I'm gonna go ahead and just begin to drizzle her. And she's looking great. Come on, rum glaze. All right, that looks like a good amount of rum glaze. Okay, now I got some pralines that I'm gonna be sprinkling on top. You're gonna make sure you sprinkle it on top right after you put the glaze on there because you want it to stick. Alrighty, we got our beauty shots of her. Best sweet potato pound cake out there, I promise you. All right, if y'all decide to make this delicious sweet potato pound cake, make sure you guys take a photo and tag me at Chef Tiana G on Instagram. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you all have an amazing holiday season. And until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Thanks for tuning in.